Well, that's interesting that you say you don't hate atheists, but you hate atheism, which is actually just a word. It's just a label describing those people that you don't hate. So, first place, it doesn't make any sense. Second place, then you go on to disrespect and try to denigrate and talk, talk shit about atheists and how they disrespect you. You know, they make you want to cry because they keep coming on and making a comment, and then they want to make another comment. What's with that? Make your comment and leave. What do you mean it's for Christians only? The thing about the Antichrist. You're talking about the President of the United States. And to think that you are sitting here for all the world to see and have an influence on in some respects because of your pretty face, the things you say have an impact. They can have an impact. So to say that they're only for Christians, you can't do that. I mean, you just can't do it. You can whine about it all you want, but all you can do in the end is just call a ambulance. A ambulance. This probably won't be, won't show up on your video as a response, but it's going to show up on my video channel, my YouTube channel, as a response to your video, which will be linked. So a little comment about, won't be shown without your okay. Well, that's not going to work. I've already got it recorded on my video, on my computer, to put on my channel. And don't forget the Facebook channel. My videos go over there too. Anyway, so I just wanted to bring up the point how you're just contradicting yourself. There's no need to do that. You can hate atheists because they're people. They do things, but they just don't do bad things. They take responsibility for their actions. I do. I don't assume that this president who now thinks he's a Christian. See, we look at it the other way. He's chosen that now in this stage of his life, at this age, after going to college, becoming president, being intelligent enough, and still saying he chooses to be a Christian. To me, that's a mental health issue. And the fact that you people think something like he's an antichrist, some kind of demon, that's a mental health issue. And you might want to see a professional about that. Yeah. And well, it's kind of funny how you say you don't hate atheists, but you go on to bitch about everything they did or do to you, which is nothing. All they did was make comments, probably truthful comments, probably things quoted out of the Bible. And since you haven't read it, you don't know. You don't realize that the things you follow, all that demon stuff and all that is, well, we look at it as a mental health issue, and it's silly. That's all. No real, you know, it's not a bad thing necessarily unless you perpetrate it and drag children into the same cult. Oh yeah, it's a cult. Certainly is. Yeah. Yeah. Even by definition of the Webster's, in the dictionary, it's a cult. So excuse me a second, I need to take a drink of my coffee. Excuse me. I'm an old fart. I still drink coffee throughout the day. Stays hot a lot. Anyway, I just want to, in reply, yeah, you're probably you won't even really watch this probably because I came right out and kind of tried to school you, I guess. You should really look into, see, we're not a religion. We don't have any organization. We don't have any meeting halls. Atheists are not. It's just something we just don't have mythology and superheroes and magic as part of our life. We don't believe that stuff exists. We understand the long millions of years, tedious work that nature has to do to evolve a species, to just to do its regular work. I mean, look at the you guys like to try to argue science, argue against evolution in science, while you're on a computer, which is kind of funny because without science, you wouldn't have it. In fact, without science, you wouldn't have the clothes on your back, whether the ancients wanted to admit it or not. I mean, that's, whether you want to admit it or not, the ancients were actually doing science, which is what the Bible basically was. They were trying to explain science and visits by other civilizations. And they only had one way to anthropomorphize. That's what they did. So if you wanted to really have an argument, if you want to have a battle of wits, which is what it seems you're trying to do, you need to be armed or better armed. So you should actually read the dang book. At least you can do that. And this bitching about how somebody said you were a liar, well, you are. You just admitted it. So he wants to know: are you a liar or not? I mean, are you admitting that you lied about reading the Bible or not? You're a liar. You've admitted it. That's what's funny, and yet you still bitch about it. He's calling me a liar. You are. And anybody else watching this is going to see that. You're a nutty little thing, aren't you? Nutty little twit. Yeah. See, the problem is with the Antichrist thing and all that other stuff. That's Westboro Baptist Church stuff. Yeah. You want to kill the fags and all that kind of shit, don't you? You seem to think you have a right to know what medical procedure a woman's going to get. You seem to think you have the right to know that. Oh, why? It's doctor-patient confidentiality. It doesn't matter if it's an abortion. It's still a medical procedure. None of your business. You have seen some of your other videos. Yeah, you're definitely stuck in the Middle Ages with a computer. Go figure. Can't figure out science. Don't know. I don't get it. I can't figure it out. Well, it must be magic then. That's all we hear when you argue science, when you argue against evolution and such. That's all we hear. I don't get it. So there must be some kind of a superhero or something. Something had to do it. Could have done it all by itself, out of nothing. People crack me up. And you want to bitch about being called a liar. Wham. Call a ambulance. That's about the best you can do. It's call a ambulance.